about population. Population is the number of people living in an area. Terms used in population: population density, population structure, underpopulation, overpopulation, population explosion, population census, and enumerators. Let me invite my friend Raymond to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, our dear parents. I have come to talk about population distribution. Population distribution is the way how people are spread in an area. We have three types of population distribution, and these include dense population, sparse population, moderate population. If you don't want to call it moderate population, you can call it optimum population. Dense population. Dense population is when the number of people living in an area is more than the available resources. Sparse population. Sparse population is when the number of people living in an area is low or smaller than the available resources. Optimum or moderate population is when the number of people living in an area is equal to the available resources. Thank you for listening.
Which kind of population do we have?
Dense population.
Why?
Because it has better social services.
Thank you, Mubezi Raymond. Let us invite Hanisha Mleme to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Hanisha Mleme. I am going to talk about reasons for population distribution. Climate. Areas with good climate attract many people, while areas with bad climate attract low population. Like in Kampala, there are many people, while in Karamoja, there are low people. Presence of fertile soil. Areas with good climate, areas with fertile soil attract farmers, while areas without fertile soil do not. Thank you.
Thank you, Hanisha Mleme. Let us invite Nakaisa Tafi.
Come back. You said in what attracts people?
Fertile soil.
The fertile soil. What happens at it? Immediately here. Is it fertile or not?
It's fertile.
It's fertile. We have very many people.
Yes.
Thank you, Hanisha Mleme. Let us invite Nakaisa Tafi to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Nakaisa Daffin. I am going to talk about population structure. Population structure is the composition of people according to age and sex. Why does the government need to know the population structure? To know the literacy level of the citizens, to estimate government income according to the information collected, to know the number of birth rates, to know the number of death rates. Thank you for listening.
Let us see what also.
Thank you, Nakaisa Tafi. Let us invite Kawye Michael.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm going to talk about population. My name is Kavya Michael and I'm going to talk about population density. Population density is the average number of people living in an area per square kilometer. A reason why population density is carried out: to know if the number of people living in an area is on low or high basis. We can use the following method to find population density. Population density equals to total people out of total area. Let's assume in KATADDE there are 360 million people and the total area is 3 kilometers squared. We say that population density equals to total people over total area. It will be 360 million people out of our total area, which is 3 kilometers square. Now we are going to divide these numbers. 3 by 36, here it will give us 1, here it will give us 12. It will be 120 million people. It means in KATADDE there are 120 million people per square kilometer.
Those things are too small. Can you make them big?
$120 million people per square kilometer. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Kabuya Michael. Let us invite Caleb Francis to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Caleb Francis. I am going to talk about population census. Population census is the official counting of the number of people living in an area. National population census is the general counting of the number of people living in a country. In Uganda, population census is carried out every after 10 years according to the law. The ministry responsible for carrying out population census is Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. The current Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development is Honorable Matia Kasaija. The body in Uganda responsible for carrying out population census is Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Information needed when carrying out population census: age, sex, level of education, and so many others. Reasons why the government of Uganda carries out population census: to know the birth rates in the country, to know the death rates in the country, to know the number of people living in a country, to plan for the citizens in the country. Thank you.
When was the last census done?
In 2012. Yes.
Okay, we'll clap for you.
Thank you, Caleb Francis. Let us invite Omega Mutasa to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Omega Mutasa and I'm going to talk about population growth. Population growth is the rate at which the number of people in an area increases. Factors that influence population growth: high fertility in women. This simply means when women are able to feed well and produce many in number. High fertility of the soil. This simply means when the soil is so fertile that many people want to live in that area. Good social services in an area. Good social services simply mean good social services, e.g., education service, banking service, health services, promote population growth in an area. Security in an area. Security promotes population growth in an area because people like places which have security, so they will go to places which have security in them. Thank you.
Thank you, Omega Mutasa. Let us invite Ndagire Evangeline to tell us more about population.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Ndagire Evangeline. and I'm going to talk about advantages of population growth. It creates large markets for goods. It increases on tax base. It promotes security in an area. It promotes cheap labor that can lead to increased production. Disadvantages of population growth. It leads to high crime rates. It leads to lack of jobs. It leads to easy spread of diseases. It leads to shortage of resources. Ways of controlling population growth. Through family planning methods, by rewarding small families, by enforcing strict laws against early marriages, by promoting girl child education. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Evangeline.
Let's come back. Give us one way to control population.
Population growth.
Yeah.
Through family planning methods.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Evangeline. And thank you, our dear parents, for listening to us. That was the end of our SST lesson.